Hey everyone, it's Bethany. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I am actually going to make some miniature cards because usually I stick with an A2 card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's my favorite card size. But my little girls are going to school today, or at least when this video goes out, and I want to make some little cards for their lunchbox. So I'm going to go ahead and use this really cute stamp set. I've been saving this for a back to school time, and I also have the coordinating dies. So I'll be sure to place links to everything that I'm using down below, but let's start by getting some images stamped out, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to make some tiny little cards for their little lunchbox. All right, so I'm going to grab my little mini Misty here, and let's grab some cardstock. This is just 80-pound cardstock. And let's see, I am going to decide which little cutie to cut out. So I think I will do this little cutie with the pigtails. She is just adorable. And then I'll probably do this little one as well. And then even though my little guy does not have a lunch at preschool, I'm gonna make him one as well. We'll just make him a fun little card for when he comes home from his first day. Okay, so I think that is what I'm going to do. And let's go ahead and stamp these out. Now I will color these with alcohol markers, so I'm gonna make sure I choose my ink accordingly. And this Memento ink plays well with alcohol markers without having any smudging or bleeding, so I'll go ahead and use this. Okay, get them all stamped, and let's stamp those down. All right, they're cute. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time just to have some nice contrast. Just like that. Okay, so those are going to be, okay, perfect. Those will be my 3 little images for my 3 separate cards, each for one of my kiddos. And now I think I'm going to take, let me grab another piece of cardstock here, and I'm going to do this little banner. And I'm just using a mild baby wipe to wipe and clean off my stamps. And then I'll just place those right back on my little line here. I've had this stamp set for probably a couple years now. And I don't know, the first year's, or not first year, the first day of school just seems to come and go. And I'm usually just so preoccupied with other things, like their back to school chalkboard signs and just purely getting them ready for the day, right? So yeah, I just kind of keep forgetting to do this little part. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to stamp out 3 little banners. So let's do 1, and again I will double stamp each one. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just move my paper just like this to do the next one. That way I can get my 3 banners without a lot of work. Okay, and I might even, since there are 3 separate little sentiments, maybe I'll just do 3 completely different ones. Okay, let's move this up, still giving enough room for my coordinating die to get around and cut each of these out. Okay, 1 and final 1, 2. Okay, so there's my banners on 1. All right, so I have everything stamped out. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, hold on. I need to do the inside, the little sentiments. So let's do that real quick. So clean that off. And then I think in order to make it kind of easy on myself and to make all of these different from one another, I am going to just put a different one inside each banner. So we have "You Did It," we have "Hooray," and then I'll come back and perfect those a little bit. And then we have "Yippee." Okay, so I got all of those into position. Make sure that our cardstock is good, and I'll stamp all of these right on down. Oops, let's get that last one a little bit. Getting ink everywhere today. This is what happens when I start rushing a little bit. Although, at the time of recording this, this will be, oh gosh, 5 days before school starts, maybe 6. So not doing too bad. Everything else is ready, backpacks are packed. It's just these last minute thoughtful things that I like to do. Okay, usually I just buy my little lunch card or lunchbox notes, but why not stamp some out this year? Okay, I think those look really cute. All right, so let's go ahead and zoom on in. I think I will, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the sentiments yet, but I know I'm definitely gonna color these little cuties in. So let's just go ahead and start with the first little one. I am going to do, I'm gonna do a pink. So I'll do R21, or no, let's do R32. Yeah, I'm gonna do R32 and R20. And every marker color will be linked down below. I'm gonna grab the lighter color. So in this case, it's the R20. And I'm gonna do all over color on her little dress. And I'm gonna have both her dress and her skirt. Well, I guess this would be a shirt and skirt, but I'm gonna have both just be the exact same color. Okay, this is a sweet, sweet little pink color. Okay. Okay, and then I'll take the darker and I will do the R32. And I'm going to add my shadow just to this left side and under. And then I'm going to do left and just kind of along this flowy edge of the skirt. Okay, here we go. And then back with my lighter color just to soften that out. Get a little transition, but not go overboard. Okay, I like how that looks. So I think I'll be good with that for now. I always do this because I don't want to forget, but I'm going to bring my white gel pen out for some highlights in just a little bit. All right, so I know that I want her socks to be white, so I'm gonna leave those as is. And I don't have a black, so she's gonna have some really dark kind of charcoal shoes. Okay, just like that. And I could even double up on that just to really darken it. Okay, that's cute. And then I'm going to do, why don't I do her skin? So for her skin, I'm going to do E00. E00, so let's do her little hands. And I could even grab E30 as well, just to get some depth. Okay, I have to think here. I think, are these her ears? I want to say they are. Yeah, I think those are her ears. So we'll do that. Couldn't decide if that was part of her little braids or her ears, but given the shape and size, I think they're ears. Okay. And her other hand. And of course, her legs down here. Okay. I think I will bring in the E30. That's going to be the little bit darker shade. And I'll just kind of bring that in as my shadow, but I don't think I'll blend it out because they're so close. In fact, you almost can't even tell. Try to layer that up just a little bit. Put a couple layers on there. Actually doesn't look too bad. Okay, maybe more here. And maybe just a tad more here, just to get a little bit of depth there. Okay, I think that looks good. So let me save these for the other little kiddos. I could probably go through and do all of those at once, but I'm gonna save that. Okay, so her socks are gonna stay white, but we're gonna make her blonde. So I'm gonna do, I think I'll just do Y32, and layer that up to the blonde that I want. So let's do Y32. Go. It's a pretty yellow. All right, and then I'm gonna let this sit for just a minute. Oh, you know what? One was a ear and the other one I totally colored it the yellow. That's okay. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for just a second. I'm gonna bring in R20, which I already have out, and I'm gonna do some little cheeks on her. So we'll just do 1 and 2. Very cute. And then I'll add just some more depth with this color yellow. Just a little bit. Kind of layer it just so we have a little bit of shadow and highlight. And I actually think that that's pretty good. I think the opening of her mouth I'll just leave white. Anything else, and I think it would be a little odd. I don't know. Maybe not, but I think it looks good like that for me. Okay, then for this little cutie, I'm gonna do a blue. So why don't I first start by, you already know how I colored the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for this cutie pie and then the little boy as well. That way that's all ready to go, and then we'll do their clothes. Okay, so I got all of the skin all colored, and now I think I'm gonna do their hair. And I'm gonna do E31 and E34. So both of these kiddos are gonna be a little brunette. So we'll do the lighter shade first. There we go. And then I'll do this darker, which is the E34. So I think I'll bring it in here and then maybe like that. Oops, I got a little bit on her skin, but that's okay because we're gonna put some cheeks on her and it'll probably kind of distract. Okay, then we'll do this little guy. Wait, I think I got the wrong one there. I think I need this one for my all over color. There we go. Okay. We'll do some accents here. And actually, I don't know that I'm gonna blend that in. I actually really like that. In fact, I might layer hers up a little bit and just let that darker color sit on top. Actually think I like that. Okay, very much so. Okay, hair is all done. Messed up a little bit on, I wonder if I could do a little bit of gel pen and then color over the gel pen. Let me see here if I could just kind of mend that. Oh, or I could do my highlight there. I could actually kind of do my highlight there and then it'd be okay. That might be fun. Okay, not gonna worry about that. Now we'll do their little shoes the same color. Like dark charcoal. This is a C5. There we go. White socks, just like last time. And while I'm thinking of it, I'm gonna do R20 for the cheeks. Then I think I can put those away. And there we go. Oh, cute. Okay. I actually will for the boy though. I'm gonna bring back that brown and have his shorts be little kind of khaki cargo shorts. Okay, and you could do any colors that you want. You can make them jean shorts. And again, I might just let this kind of sit on top and not blend this out. Actually, I'm really liking that look. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Very nice. Okay, done with the browns. And I think I'll let, again, she's gonna have a blue dress. So we'll do B0000 and then B00. So the lighter with all over color. cute. Okay, bring in the darker. And I'm going to go down this left side and then along this bottom hem. Come back with the light and just soften that all the way out. Do a nice medium mid-tone. There we go, just like that. Okay, done with that. And then for his shirt, I think I will do a turquoise. Did I get out of the line up there? Why am I just now noticing that? Grab my little gel pen and color that right back. Okay. I'm not sure why I'm just noticing that. Okay, and then I said a turquoise. So I think I'll do BG 11 and BG 10. Let's do that. Okay, BG, I'll start with BG 10. These two are so close in color. Oh, I like that. There we go. Super, super cute. And then BG 11. We'll bring that along this side. And I'm going to kind of double up on that. And then with my lighter one, just kind of feather that out. And I'm done. That is exactly what I would like that to look like. Okay, so now that the little kiddos are all colored in, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to, oh gosh, I don't want to separate them on different cards. They look so cute together. Okay, that's all right. Maybe I'll make one with all three of them on another project. All right, so I'm gonna use the complementary colors that I already had in here to go ahead and add just a little, I think, along the top and bottom. So for him, I'm gonna use a yellow. Just keep this kind of boyish. So I'll do, that didn't help you at all, did it? Okay, I'll do Y32, and I'm just gonna go along the top and bottom of this ribbon. And I want to leave the inside the white. So I'm just going to probably do all over color. I might come back in and try to do just a little bit of shading, but what I'll do is do all over color and let it sit for a second. Okay, for her, I'm going to bring in the teal, whoops. Just some complementary colors, but enough that it'll pop. And for this color, I'm going to double up on it because just one layer is extremely light. So I want to make sure that I get some color there. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna kind of color back a little bit up here. Clean that up. Okay, and then for this blue one, I'm going to do the pink. Okay, so with the same colors, I think I started with the yellow, I'm going to just add some additional color, maybe on the left and the right, just to kind of bring in a little bit of contrast. This is going to be very slight, but just enough to make it a little bit, yeah, you can't even really tell. Maybe I'll double up that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll double it up. That way we just have some kind of darker edges, but then a light in the middle. All right, that one's done. I'll do the same for this little guy. Maybe I'll do the BG 11. There we go. Just on the left and the right. Okay, I like how that looks. And you guessed it, the same for the pink. I guess I could do the R22, which was my color combination for her dress. Yeah, just enough of a bump. Okay, now with my gel pen, I'm gonna go through and just add some highlights. And on some of the colors, it's gonna be a little hard to see, but by golly, it really makes a difference. Okay. And I don't know if this is, I have one that doesn't kind of flow as well as the others. Let's see if this one does any better. I need to keep track of which ones. It's not my 0.5. Ooh, let's try the 10 actually. I bet I'm gonna like that one. Okay. Bring some more down here. It's kind of hard on that blue, but we can definitely see it in her hair. Okay, and then for him, we'll do his little shirt, his little pants, maybe a little wisp of hair or two. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so now those are all done. Now we're gonna just cut these on out. So I wanna use my mini die cut machine just because it keeps it easy. So I'm just gonna trim all of these apart so they fit through my machine. And same with this, just like that. All right, so let's grab our coordinating dies, which are right here. And I'm going to just grab a little bit of washi tape to secure my dies. So let's just get this all positioned around our little images. And then I'll set them to the side so that they're ready to go on through. So I think this, oh, no, not that one. This will be her. And then I love this little guy kind of running and jumping. That's so fun. Okay, and there was also some embellishments that you could do. So let me grab so that you can see here. So you have a crown, a bow, lots of fun things. I'm keeping mine pretty simple, but you can definitely get really creative with this. Okay, not that I'm not getting creative, but for the nature of what I'm doing, I'm just gonna kind of keep it pretty simple. All right, so these are all set to be cut out. So actually, what am I doing? I can double up some of these. Okay, let's go ahead and send these on through, trim them out. So cute. This little one looks like my little sister when we were little. She had that exact haircut. Oh my gosh, it looks exactly like her. Okay, so we have 1 and 2. Oh my gosh, there's something about when they get trimmed out that's just so darn cute. All right, we'll send the rest through and then we'll start making the little miniature cards. And I need to decide on what dimensions I want to do. I was thinking 3 by 3, but I don't know. There we go. So I think, let me start by, well, I can use my mat actually, since my mat has a nice grid line on it. I can kind of see what a 3 by 3 would look like. I think that's exactly the size I want to do. Well, I want the 3 by 3 to be my, yeah, I'd want that to be my panel size. So let me go ahead and grab some cardstock and we'll start trimming this down. Okay, so I have 80-pound cardstock here and I am gonna go 3 inches by 3 inches. And I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, that'll be fun. I think this was the hooray you did. Okay, yep, 3 by 3 for the panel. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get all of those done. So I want my card to be slightly bigger. This will be a little scrap piece. Okay, So now that I have my little panels, I'm gonna move these to the side. I'm gonna do some fun little watercolor backdrops just to keep it super fun. So I'm wondering if I should just pull some ink. I think I will. I'll pull some ink. Okay, so I pulled some colors that kind of match the banners that I did. So I have a pink, I have a yellow, and I have more of a turquoise. So that is just kind of the basis for where the color combination came from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and you could do this on a watercolor paper if you'd like. I'm simply going to just do my 80-pound cardstock. Okay, so I'll add a little bit of ink. And actually first, let me just put a little water down here. And I'm going to just water down my panel a little bit. Oh shoot, that had something on it. Oh, it's that glitter. I had glitter on this paintbrush. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's kind of neat though. Kind of like that. I'm actually not going to, hold on. I need to wash this paintbrush off, but I'm going to actually kind of leave that shimmer because that's kind of pretty. Okay, so let's just see if that'll work. And then I forgot I had to have like a little glittery on this paintbrush. Let me grab some of this and I'll just add, oh, I need to kind of be careful that I don't get that too muddy. Okay, I'm not liking that. Let me start over. Let me get a really clean paintbrush here. Wash that all the way off. Okay, and I'll start over. Let me just get a little pool of water here. Let me just start over. I'm just gonna get this nice and damp. Okay, and then, there we go. Let's just do a little bit of color, kind of in a circular motion around this. Okay. Very cute. Okay, and I think that's kind of it that I want to do. Just a little bit of a circular motion. Okay, that one will be good. I'm going to do the same for this pink. Okay, just kind of getting color all over my mat here. Let's wash this off. Okay, grab a little bit of water just to kind of wash this down. It'll help the color kind of move around. I'm not going to wash my teal away though because I want to come back and add some splatter marks in a minute. Okay. Again, just kind of a circular little look here. Okay. And finally, got to cut one more panel though. We'll do the yellow. Okay, so one more. Actually, I could come back with the gold and put them, well, I'm gonna do the tone on tone. I really like when I do that. Okay, washing my brush off, kind of dabbing it off to the side, getting some more water. I'll bring Buttercup up here. Ooh, that one's bold. Okay, bring a little water in. Okay. And let's bring a little water just to get this softened up. Okay, and then bring some yellow in. Okay. Okay, I like those. I think, do I like the green one? Yeah, that works. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove, let's see, I started with the green and I want this to be dry before I add the next step. So let me remove the other two because I don't want them to get all inky with the wrong color, but I'm gonna dry off, or I'm sorry, wash off my brush. Just kind of wash it off to the side. Okay, I'm gonna grab some of this kind of, what is it, sea glass, and I'm just gonna add some marks, gotta get it really good there, to the backdrop. Just like that. So it'll be a tone on tone, okay? And I'll do the same for each of my colors. So we'll wash this off, make sure I'm not getting other colors in here. Get some more water here, okay? Oops, let me move this little guy. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Fun. And finally, this one. Wash this off. I have a little baby wipe to the side that I'm just kind of washing off as well, my paintbrush. Okay, and that really loaded with some color. Very good. Okay, so that is what that one looks like. Okay, I'm gonna get everything cleaned up and then we'll start making the card bases and get these all put together. I think we're nearing the end. So for the card bases, I just grabbed the coordinating cardstock for the ink that I used. So I have Sea Glass, Buttercup, and Pink Lemonade. Again, just the same colors. And I'm just gonna see if I like how that looks, just to make these kind of fun and playful. Okay. And that, okay. So this would be here. Okay, I think I do like how those are looking. I just kind of want to get an idea of how those would look. I think that's pretty fun. Okay, so now let me do some math. So I have 3 by 3. I want a 1/4 of an inch, no, 1/8 of an inch margin. So I need 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 plus 3 1/4 is 6 1/2. Is that correct? Would that be right? 6 1/2 is what I need. 6 1/2 by 3 1/4. Yes. Okay, let's do that. 6 1/2 by 3 1/4. Okay, so I have my little card bases now and I need to score them. So again, 6 1/2 by 3 1/4. And I will place my center score line at 3 1/4. Okay, I can fold that. And then my final size is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, so again, 6 1/2, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, just like that. Okay, and finally, 3 1/4. Okay, these are just the perfect size for a little lunchbox. So even if you're not making, you know, back to school things, lunchbox notes for your kids, this is a fun little tiny card that you can do. Okay, now I am not worrying about envelopes for my little ones. Okay, lunch is just way too short to be fussing with things. I just want it to be a quick little I love you, have a great first day. So I'm gonna open this up. I think I can do a couple at a time here. And I am going to add some foam tape on the back of my tiny little panels. So again, I want to do a tone on tone. So I'm going to work with these two. There we go. And then as you can see, we have that 1/8 inch margin for our 3 by 3 panels. So I'll just bring in a tiny bit of foam tape. I think I'll put probably 3 little strips on each one, just like this. And it'll kind of help strengthen and straighten that panel out from kind of that tad bit of warping that happens with the water when we did the paint. Okay, there we go. So that'll just have a tiny bit of dimension and you can decide which way you want it to go. That's pretty cute. Just take these little liners right on off. And then I'll go ahead and do this first one for you, but then I'll just go ahead and attach all of my other little panels. So add that 1/8 inch margin all the way around. There we go. Okay, let me go ahead and do the rest of my little cards and then we'll start assembling all the little cuties. Okay. Then we have this little one right there. Okay, so there are my little cards. Now I'm just gonna kind of toss where everything kind of goes. So we have this one, we have this, oh wait, hold on, we have, no, that, and that. Okay, I'm just gonna decide what I want to do here. So I like this little one kind of tucked behind. I think that's super cute. And then for her, I could actually probably have her, well, should we have her tucked behind? No, I like her little knees. So I might have it kind of more like that. And then this cutie, this would be such like my little boy to like run and jump over the banner. Oh my gosh, I'm totally gonna do that. Yes, it's perfect for my kiddos. Now what I'm gonna do is bring in a couple sizes of foam squares, and I'm going to simply pop these little cuties up. So I'm probably going to add just some tiny ones to the hands and feet so that they don't get smushed, maybe on like the little legs, just like that. And then the hands. Okay. Some tweezers might be helpful too. So we are at 54 minutes, but for 3 little cards, that's not too bad. We'll probably finish this at exactly an hour, which to me, that's not too bad for back to school prep. I've spent far longer on other things for getting ready. Okay, this is gonna be one of the most meaningful prep that I do. So I'm gonna have her like that. Cute. And then with the You Did It, I'm gonna have it kind of like that. So I just need a foam square on this side and maybe a mini over here. And then I'll add, let me find my liquid glue. I'll add a little liquid glue here. Wherever it comes into contact, it will stick and dry, and wherever it doesn't, it'll just dry regardless. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it, well, I like her little feet. So, oh, if I go up a little bit, you can kind of see her dress. So let's do that. So you can see that pop of pink underneath. So we'll do that. Okay. For this one, I'll go ahead and do the banner first. So we'll add a couple, and of course, the minis on the ends. Okay, and I had this a little bit more centered towards the bottom. And then for her, I had it so that her knees kind of framed that little A. I like how that looks. Okay, so for her, we need one right here, and probably one right there. I can add a little liquid glue on the actual little knees. Remove those, and then I'll just do that. Cute. Okay, and then I'll finish up this little guy. So for him, I think what I'll do is, add my foam squares kind of offset here so that I can do something with the knee. And then, of course, on the sides. Okay, so we'll put this little guy down first. This little thing. Those magnets make a difference for me when it comes to this part of card making. Okay, and then turn that around. We'll add 1 and 2. I think I'll tuck that one knee under, but I don't want to hide the whole thing. Okay, I like that. And I just added a tiny little foam square to that one leg too, just to make sure that that stays good. Oh, actually, I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah. It'll look like he's jumping the other direction. Yep, I like that. He's jumping this way. Okay, very cute, and I like the layering that's going on there. All right, now I'm just gonna add a little shine because I can't not do that. And it'll kind of help balance out some of these that are a little off center, which is gonna be super sweet. And then we'll be done with these. I think I wanna bring out my most playful sequins. I wanna see how that would look. Yeah, that's just super fun. It's super fun and exciting. So I will do, let's see, these are such small cards that I don't wanna do too much. Well, no, let's just do it. Let's do, yeah, let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, and then maybe 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have all my glue down. Let me grab a little wand, and I'm going to do a medium and small. And for these, I just like to kind of put them out. I'll do a medium and 2 smalls. And there we go. Okay, and then I'll do that same combination for the other ones. So do our little medium and smalls. Okay. Oh, I like how that finished that off, and it made it so playful. All right, we are all done. We are at 1 hour and 2 minutes. I love how these turned out. They are just so cute. They're gonna love them. So little tiny lunchbox notes, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Of course, you could make these for any occasion. Whoops, one of these little sequins got a little bit misplaced. That wasn't quite dry. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. I loved putting these together. I think they're so special. I love how they coordinate together. This actually inspires me that I do want to make a card with this stamp set so that I can have a bunch of little kiddos on the card. I think that would be so fun. In fact, I might just have to add that sooner rather than later. All right, be sure to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching. Check out the description box below to access all of the products that I used in this video to bring all of these little cards together. All right, everyone, if you have kiddos going back to school, I hope they have a wonderful first day, and I'll see you all in the next video.